Okay.
Yes, ma'am. The other officer come back out here and talk to you in just a second. You're unwilling to come up front and talk to us?
If you're gonna be like that, sure. I'll come out.
Let's go up front.
I'm gonna go this way.
Hang on a second. We're not going to do whatever we want. That's not how this is going to work.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Sir.
Ma'am.
Sir.
She's refusing.
To walk to the front of the park? I'm so sorry,
jeez.
I'm so sorry.
I asked her to walk to the front of the park, and I'm getting this. Let's keep walking.
No, I will keep walking when you say this is the time to move.
I'm gonna cut your charge. What are you doing?
Why are you doing this?
You know her? What is your relationship to her? Your boyfriend? Is this a normal behavior for her? Maybe you can help me out. Because right now she's just detained. She's not under arrest, but I'm investigating a criminal allegation. I just need her to go to the
Baby,
front.
are you recording?
Can you
please?
tell her?
We're recording as well.
That's good.
He's gonna record you.
CrossroadsIRL.com.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Well, here we go again, another recurring phenomenon. Another day, another unhinged leftist meltdown caught on camera. Again, making the point that these people are not well. Trump derangement syndrome is a hell of a thing, folks. It's real. I know the left loves to dismiss it. They love to pretend it's just a talking point, but it really isn't. It's a real diagnosis. And the proof is in the pudding. Just look at the behavior. These people are not okay in their head. It feels like every single day there's a new footage of a deranged leftist completely losing their mind at the sight of a Make America Great Again hat. And you know, they just can't keep it to themselves. And that's really where the sickness comes. The moment they see it, they can't do what most adults do, simply accept that people think differently and move on with their life. No, they turn into complete zomboids and start harassing.
Well, I tell about my encounter with an old acquaintance. We never used to talk politics. And once he found out that I had a favorable disposition towards Trump, he made it a point of duty to argue with me for hours and hours, trying to tell me how wrong I was about supporting Trump. And I said, I'm not talking about the person. You're attacking the person. I'm talking about his policies. And that's the thing with TDS. They can't see past the Trump hate. There are Trump's policy is perfect. No, there's no perfect policy. None. There's no such thing. But there are merits to the things that he brings up, and we need to look at the merits, and you need to also understand how Washington works. Washington is filled with sharks who want their own way, and even if Jesus came into the room on the Capitol and proposed a bill that was perfect, because it's politics and because there are people out there who are there for selfish reasons, they will figure out a way to pad that bill and make it smell differently from what it should be. All right, so it's all about the policies, though. Sorry, I got into it.
Threatening and attacking people like damn ghouls. It's the walking frickin' dead. And here we go, the latest case in Florida. You got an innocent old man, seems around the age of 80 years old, maybe in his late 70s, simply just hanging out in a park, minding his own business, and then a blue-haired psycho comes out of nowhere and starts harassing the guy, charging at him aggressively. I mean, pure crackhead behavior. And wait till you see what happens once the cops get involved. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so let's first start off with the old man's explanation as to what happened here as he's speaking with the police officers who got called on scene.
I was just trying to ignore her, and she's screaming at me, talk to me, talk to me. I'm just ignoring her, and so she comes running through the gate, and I saw her running at me. I don't want any confrontation. I don't need it, especially off this little moron.
Well, you're thinking that she's coming over to do something?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, make believe she was a Viet Cong running at me.
Oh man, that line had me dead. She came charging at me like a Viet Cong. And you guys know my wife is Vietnamese. When she heard that in the background, she started cracking up. But it basically sets the scene, and there's another eyewitness who reported the same thing. Apparently what happened here is she saw this old man wearing a MAGA hat and then went full zombie mode, full rabies mode, leftist TDS rabies, started frothing from the frickin' mouth. She jumped a damn fence and started charging at this old man, apparently saying something along the lines of, let's talk about Donald Trump. The old man.
Have you ever met people who, once they either see Donald Trump's photo, hear him on the TV, they visibly start to shake, or they turn crimson because they hate Donald Trump so much? I think there's a problem there, okay? They need to see somebody. honestly, if there's anybody out there who's hearing me right now, and I'm saying this, as kindly as I can, you need to see somebody. If you can't sit down and listen to what someone else has to say without having a physical reaction, you need to see someone. This afternoon, while I was prepping for the live stream, I was listening to Hakeem Jeffries give a speech on the Forbes channel on YouTube, and he was doing a press conference, and I was listening to it. And I was also examining myself because I wanted to know if I was having a physical reaction whenever I listened to AOC's, the Hakeem Jeffries, the Bernie Sanders of the world. I want to also make sure that I am not falling into a Democrat derangement syndrome situation where I can't sit down to listen to them. If we ever get to the point where we can't sit down to listen to each other, then we have lost everything. Okay, so there are literally people who are like that. They see a MAGA hat and all they see is red, and they lose their mind.
Of course, was shaken, clearly didn't want to have a conversation about Donald Trump, as if she's entitled to use this guy as an emotional punching bag for her paranoid political delusions. And so she came aggressively charging at the man, hurling insults and saying a bunch of ridiculous stuff. And he got freaked out and threw his drink, apparently. The police were promptly called. They showed up, and now here's their interaction with the subject at hand. Maybe we could describe her as the usual subject.
Look, please pay attention to this. There's something very wrong with people who react the way they do about Donald Trump. Pay attention to this. And then maybe one day, no promises, okay, but one day maybe we can sit and watch about an hour of the demonstrations or the protests that are happening at Portland. It's risky because they are literally Democrats who come out there stark naked to protest ICE. How on earth is anyone going to take that group of voters seriously? Are those the people that we want to hand over the country to? People who will literally come out stark naked because they want to prove a point. It makes no sense. Like those people belong in an asylum.
Person still here?
Yeah, all right, yeah, she just walked by. There they are there. You're looking at
black?
the back, black with the purple hair.
Please let me know in the chat.
This is gonna get
okay, let me know in the chat. There she is.
Okay, the other officer's going to come talk to you just a second. I just didn't know where you went to.
Am I being detained?
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. The other officer will come back out here and talk to you in just a second. You're unwilling to come up front and talk to us?
If you're gonna be like that, sure, I'll come out.
Let's go up front.
I'm gonna go through.
Hang on a second. We're not going to do whatever we want. That's not how this is going to work.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Sir.
Ma'am.
Sir.
You're refusing.
To walk to the front of the park? I'm so sorry,
Oh,
sir.
jeez.
I'm so sorry.
I asked her to walk to the front of the park, and I'm getting this. Let's keep walking.
No, I will keep walking when you...
I'm not doing this.
Babe!
Right now you're detained, okay? You're not under arrest, but you're not following instructions.
I think what he meant to say is, you're not well. You're not well.
This is very silly. I just don't want my earbuds to be lost because I want my boyfriend to get them. Will you knock it out of my ear? No, nobody. Babe, Siri, I'm in handcuffs and it hurts. Babe, this is the time to move.
I'm gonna cut your charge. What are you doing?
Why are you doing this?
You know her? What is your relationship to her? Your boyfriend? Is this a normal behavior for her? Maybe you can help me out. Because right now she's just detained. She's not under arrest, but I'm investigating a criminal allegation. I just need her to go to the front.
Baby, are you recording?
Can you tell her?
We're recording as well.
That's good.
He's gonna record you. Weird.
Well, stand up.
I don't want to.
Let's go.
I don't want to.
Okay. Well, now
Oh, you're hurting my arm.
You're under
hurting me. What am I under arrest for? You have not read me my rights. Oh, my head.
Stop yelling. Are you laughing?
You know, all this is pretty ridiculous.
I love Florida. Ow, 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 ow.
Are you able to grab her? Okay. All right, she's going on.
God! Oh, God! I said I would walk! I said I would walk!
Holy freaking moly, I don't even know what I just witnessed. Maybe that's not accurate.
Oh my
Exactly
goodness.
what I just witnessed. Left
Oh, jeez.
2025. Zero impulse control, zero emotional control.
So we have a bunch of these people coming out this weekend. for the No Kings protest. If you pray, please pray for those cities where those protests are going to be happening, because my suspicion is that the people organizing it are hoping that something will happen that will trigger a summer of love, another George Floyd thing that triggers a nationwide or worldwide protest. Okay. This is crazy. Is she normal? No, she is not normal. At one point I was wondering if she was high or something. But the thing with drugs is that they remove your inhibitions and the real person steps forward. So I guess that's really how she thinks. That's how she thinks. That's what she believes. That's how she behaves. She clearly has issues. I agree. I pity these cops. Imagine having to deal with this on the job. And the cops deal with this every other day. Every other day. I have a friend who is a police officer. I respect law enforcement, and the patience that they have to deal with. I was talking with a friend of mine, and then he had an incident, and then the cops offered to drive him home, And I said to him, while I was listening to it, I was shocked, because I said to him, look, this doesn't happen in Africa. This doesn't happen in Africa. The police in Africa are not your friend, and they don't think they work for you. Like, I told him some of my encounters with the police in Nigeria. It is not nice. Even the month or so leading up to my moving to North America, I had an incident. I was in the taxi driving somewhere to my brother's wedding party, and I got arrested, and then the police attempted to extort me of 2 million naira. That's about $2,000 in your currency. They wanted to take that money from me. And usually when you can't do that, or you refuse to do that, or you resist, they might kill you. That's the way it happens in Africa. So when we see these kinds of incidents with the police being kind and gentle and patient, in Nigeria, she would have been beaten to a pulp by the police by now. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that in for those who don't know how it works in the third world, because there's this thing that people think that the third world is Wakanda, that's where the great guys are. No, you guys have it great in North America. Please preserve it. Please protect it. Don't let the insane people out there change your country. All right, let's have the final leg of interactions in the chat. Okay, Canary King again has dominated the chat. You guys, if you're watching, please let me know in the chat what you think of these videos that we just watched. This one especially, let me know your thoughts. Now, I have some thoughts on future live streams, and I would like to share them with you for a bit before we dip out. So usually I like to focus on news and politics, but I decided that, okay, maybe I should start bringing in some of these stories around entertainment and social issues. Like, this here is a social issue. It's a social issue because a lot of these incidents are happening every day out there. And these are the people who are going to be showing up at the No Kings protest. These are the people who you're going to be expecting to see out there protesting. And some of them are going to come out stark naked, and they say that that's their First Amendment right. Are these the kinds of people that we want being able to vote? Well, that's for America to decide. That's for America to decide. But to be honest, if I had a say, I would say there has to be a vote on people proving that they are mentally capable of making a rational decision. And if they don't prove that they are, for example, if you come out to vote and you're stark naked, voting rights denied for 4 years, you're not allowed to vote. You're not. Look, if you drive drunk and reckless for I think it's 2 counts, they seize your license for a number of years. People have to prove that they have the ability to make intelligent decisions, life choices, before they are allowed to vote. And I don't think that it's a human rights violation to say that. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. So I want to bring up stuff like this. I have things that come into my feed. Thankfully, I don't spend the whole day watching the news. I don't. If you do, it can easily turn into depression, because the only news you tend to run into these days is bad news. So I don't just sit down and watch the news all day. I watch different things. I have live streams that I follow. I have, like, there's one that's playing right now. It starts at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, but because I have to schedule my live stream and I have to take care of mine, I can't join. So I have to get them on the rewatch. So there are all of these platforms that I follow, and they have great content. And sometimes I feel like, okay, maybe I want to share one or two with you guys. So it's not just wall-to-wall insanity. Imagine having Don Lemon, saying what he said, seeing the city of Chicago handing out guns to illegal immigrants. Then let's say I piled on with one more story that was just another insane incident from a blue city or something connected to the No Kings protest. I don't want this to be an unrelenting surge of negativity. I want to be able to give you something else to laugh about. Okay, something to laugh about, something to talk about. So maybe I'm thinking in future live streams, I have a news segment, a politics segment, and then an entertainment segment to cap it all off. What do you think about that? I don't have a poll up, so let me know if you think that that's a good blend, because I think that having too much of something becomes very unhealthy. Like, you're just looking at the news, and to be honest, news that isn't outrageous isn't attractive. So I see channels where they have a lot of outrage, and they're like rah 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 all the time, like the Piers Morgan Uncensored channel. I don't know how he keeps his blood pressure in check. I want to be able to kind of give you guys a spread to even things out, so that when you watch the channel, it's not always about doom and gloom, civil war, the world is coming to an end, the Antichrist is nigh. Look at the Democrats, they want to end America. I don't want it to be that way. Okay, so I already have a response from Canary King. Love the idea. Great. So I've been thinking about this, and I think to be healthy for all of us, me included, to be able to have a spread, have an easygoing feed where, yes, there's a leader, there's a top leading news, there's a middle, then we close out with something entertaining, so that we don't go to our beds and curl up in a fetus position, wondering when the second, the next shoe will drop, where something horrible will happen. This weekend, with the protest, I am honestly praying that everything goes well, that law enforcement behaves themselves. I'm praying that everyone or anyone who wants to make this a disaster will fail at making this a disaster. Anyone that's planning something evil against the American people will be caught and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law in the process. I'm not happy with some of the things that are going on with the legal system, and people not getting prosecuted, and people getting off scot-free on plea deals. I don't like it. I want people to pay for the evil that they're planning against other Americans. I want this to go well. I want everything to work fairly, and for everyone to do well. So let's all pray that for this weekend, and hope that nothing horrible happens. There are YouTube channels, there are news outlets that are eager for some disaster to happen. Let's not let that happen. Let's just pray and hope for the best for this weekend.
Subscribe.
Thanks for watching, liking, and sharing this video. Please subscribe, leave a super thank, and join my membership to keep me doing this. A huge thank you to my supporters listed on the screen. Thank you for your donations and membership.
Thanks for watching.